know how much cooler it gets on Channel 5 News this weekend at 6.
Live from the Valley's News Channel, this is Channel 5 News This Weekend.
First at 6, continuing coverage on the deadly shooting involving a federal agent at SPI. A state representative is asking for the release of body camera video and any audio recordings related to the shooting. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sarah Cervera. Last March, 23-year-old Ruben Ray Martinez was shot at the intersection of Padre Boulevard and Marlin Street. DHS says that he tried to run over an agent. That's when another agent fired at him. Current state representative for District 49, Gina Hinojosa, requested information from the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department. Hinojosa is running for governor on the Democratic ballot. Channel 5 News also put in requests with DHS and SPI police. We'll keep you posted. Early voting for the March primaries is underway, and you still have time this evening to head out to the polls. Some polling sites close at 7 p.m. in Hidalgo County and 8 p.m. in Cameron County. You can find a list of all the polling sites on our website, krgv.com, and on the KRGV News app. All you have to do is click on the Vote 2026 banner on our homepage. There you can find sample ballots and polling sites. Early voting ends on February 27th, and Election Day is Tuesday, March 3rd. Switching gears, we're taking a live look over at South Padre Island. Look at that beautiful sunset. It's a warm afternoon. Temperatures there are in the 70s and 80s. First Storm 5 meteorologist Andrew Chung is tracking a cold front. Andrew, when are temperatures going to drop?
They will start to drop really, Sarah, after midnight. It's going to feel much, much cooler finally after several days of hot weather. That cold front comes through this evening. It's actually crossed into the upper valley and is moving into the mid valley at this point. There it is right now on the satellite picture. The temperatures are still in the 80s, so it's going to take some time for things to cool off. We do have some 70s, though, in Harlingen and Brownsville. Right now, it's 82 in Westlaco and Edinburgh and 85 in McAllen. The winds have already shifted ahead of the front. They're out of the east and northeast between 14 to 17 miles an hour with a gust of 23 in McAllen, 25 in Harlingen, 22 in Brownsville, and it's going to stay breezy for tonight. Here are the dew points, though. The dew point measures how sticky it feels outside, and we look for the dew point to drop. That's where the front has passed through. So the front has passed through Rio Grande City, right now in the upper 50s there, but the dew points are in the lower 60s in McAllen. But look at this, 55 in Westlaco, but still in the upper 60s in Brownsville. The front will slowly but surely make its way through the valley over the next couple of hours. It's still not too bad temperature-wise over the next few hours, with 76 at 7 p.m., 73 at 9 p.m., and then 69 degrees at 11 o'clock tonight. Much, much cooler later on tonight and tomorrow. We'll take a look at that in just a couple of minutes.
President Trump announcing today that he wants to impose a 15% global tariff. Yesterday, the Supreme Court ruled that the president exceeded his authority when imposing emergency tariffs. Selena Wang breaks it down for us.
President Trump today escalating his trade war and his war of words with the Supreme Court. The president now says he's putting a 15% tariff on every country. That's up from 10% just yesterday, using a statute allowing him to impose tariffs for only 150 days.
Well, what you have is the president reacting in a stubborn way in support of his tariffs.
Yesterday, the Supreme Court struck down Trump's cornerstone tariffs, ruling only Congress can impose taxes. Today, the president calling the decision ridiculous, poorly written, and extraordinarily anti-American.
I'm ashamed of certain members of the court, absolutely ashamed, for not having the courage to do what's right for our country.
In the 6-3 decision, the court's liberal justices joining with 3 conservatives, Chief Justice John Roberts and 2 justices appointed by Trump, Neil Gorsuch and Amy Coney Barrett.
I think it's an embarrassment to their families. You want to know the truth? The 2 of them.
Some $142 billion have already been collected from the original tariffs. The question now, how does that money get returned?
Even the Supreme Court in their briefing said, use the word, this will be a mess, in quotes.
2,000 companies have already sued the Trump administration to get refunds for the original tariffs paid by some 300,000 importers, as countries and companies around the world brace for the new 15% tariffs. Selena Wang, ABC News, Washington.
Coming up, how a fist fight turned into a mass shooting in Virginia. How many people police say opened fire. Plus, the latest on the search for Nancy Guthrie. What authorities are now saying about the case.
You're watching the Valley's News Channel. with Sarah Cervera. First Warn 5 meteorologist Andrew Chung. And sports with Gloria Morelia. This is Channel 5 News This Weekend.
With the 2026 Toyota Tacoma, you can do whatever you want.
Whatever we want?
Yep, whatever you want.
Whatever we want.
Whatever we want.
Whatever we want!
Whatever we want. The 2026 Toyota Tacoma, for every kind of adventure.
Right now, qualified lessees can lease a rugged new 2026 Tacoma SR5 for $289 a month for 39 months. Offer ends March 2nd.
Toyota, let's go places.
Okay, so there are multiple Democrats running for Senate, but only one of us is already fighting Trump to lower costs, protect healthcare, and raise wages. Only one of us has taken on bullies from the courtroom to Congress and won. And only one of us is being attacked by Governor Abbott and billionaires on TV because they know I fight for you. And together, we can win. I'm Jasmine Crockett, and I approve this message because the only thing they fear more than one of us is all of us.
No naked trucks! Truck Month starts now at Sames McAllen Ford. Every truck comes with a complimentary spray-on bed liner. It's on at Sames McAllen Ford.
Hypertension and obesity studies are currently being offered at Headlands Research Brownsville. If you have been diagnosed with high blood pressure or are overweight, you may qualify for a clinical trial. Study medications are at no cost to you, and medical insurance is not required. When you qualify to participate, you are compensated for your time and travel. Call now, 855-367-8834. That's 855-367-8834. Call today to see if you qualify.
Right now at Bert Ogden Subaru, lease a new 2026 Crosstrek for just $239 a month lease during the Subaru A Lot to Love event, or make no payments for 90 days.
We shop the competition so you don't have to. Bert Ogden Subaru in Edinburgh. Delegat.
Police in Virginia are investigating a mass shooting. 2 people are dead and 7 others were shot. Authorities say that a fistfight broke out in a Richmond neighborhood. It later ended with shots fired after people there tried to break up the fight. A victim's brother is now speaking out.
The violence has to stop. You know, not only is my family affected, but there were other victims and family affected. I know there was a male that passed away as well. No family should have to feel this.
People think that 2 people opened fire. The shooting is still under investigation. Turning now to the search for Nancy Guthrie. Authorities now think the masked man seen in doorbell video could have had some help. Melissa Don with how investigators are looking over thousands of tips.
The desperate search for Nancy Guthrie at the end of its 3rd week. Investigators now say the masked man may have had an accomplice. The sheriff's department saying investigators are not ruling out the possibility that more than one person may be involved. But still, investigators have no new evidence.
Sheriff's Department, can you please hold? Is this in regards to the Nancy Guthrie case?
The Pima County Sheriff's Office saying it's actively reviewing thousands of tips. Current leads are coming up empty. The partial DNA found at Guthrie's home is currently being analyzed, and there's no new security video from her home security system and no vehicle of interest.
They're pulling on every thread to make sure that no stone is left unturned. So while it doesn't look like much is going on out here, I guarantee you there's a lot more than we know about that's happening.
Authorities briefing the family that the investigation may transition to a new phase with fewer resources, while a small task force remains assigned long term. The most solid evidence so far is this doorbell camera video showing a masked man appearing to hold a gun. Authorities have identified the backpack sold exclusively by Walmart, but they're still working to determine where the other items, the mask, the jacket gun, and holster may have been purchased and by who. The sheriff says he is counting on someone to recognize the man at the door.
When those tips dry up, this case goes cold. We believe somebody out there knows who did this. We need that person to call us.
Her daughter, Savannah, has repeatedly pleaded for help from the public, knowing that it could be a viewer anywhere in this country who spots something in this video.
We are at an hour of desperation, and we need your help.
The reward for information now tops $200,000.
Here's your marine forecast, and boating is not looking good for the rest of this weekend. We have a gale warning until noon tomorrow. We're going to have winds, look at this, out of the north to northeast at 20 to 30 knots. The bay waters are rough. The seas are 7 up to 15 feet offshore, and the rip current risk is moderate. But much cooler weather on the way finally for tonight and tomorrow. We'll take a look at that after the break.
We all see it. We feel it. What politics has become. Lies that don't lower grocery prices. Fighting that doesn't fix healthcare, and division that won't protect a single South Texas dream. We deserve better because we are better, and we can fix it. I'm Bobby Pulido, candidate for Congress, and I approve this message because my home means more to me than even my music. And South Texas is the only stage that matters.
Every day we're making big deals, saving customers thousands.
Who would have thought selling trucks would be so dramatic?
Buy a new 2026 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 Crew Cab for only $32,995, or pay $30,995 for a new 2026 Chevrolet Colorado Crew Cab at Payne West Lico Chevrolet and now Payne Alice Chevrolet. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Lo que tú quieras, regardless.
Lather, rinse, repeat. It never feels like enough. It's not your products, it's your water. Culligan water softeners prevent damaging hard water buildup, revitalizing your hair and skin. Upgrade your routine with Culligan.
This isn't us saying we make an EV. This is us saying we make an EV worthy of being a Lexus. Because the greatest measure of an automobile is how it makes you feel. The all-electric RZ.
I'm Hector Garza, Vice President of the National Border Patrol Council, which represents Border Patrol agents across the country. Our members are proud to endorse John Cornyn for Senate. Senator Cornyn votes with President Trump 99% of the time. Together, they secured funding to finish the wall and hired 3,000 new Border Patrol agents. Senator Cornyn and President Trump are keeping Texans safe. John Cornyn is tough on illegal immigration.
I'm John Cornyn, and I approve this message. Join my team and give today.
Discover the culture, flavor, and stories of the RGV. Join us every day as we showcase everything that makes the Valley one of a kind.
RGV on 3, 1, 2, 3! RGV!
Food, fashion, family, and fiesta, weekdays at 3 right here on Channel 5. This is Take 5, your front row seat to the 956.
It's the President's Day sales event at Bert Ogden Jeep in Harlingen. Drive a new Jeep Gladiator and take it home for just $199 a month. That's right, $199 a month. Bert Ogden Jeep in Harlingen, off the Altas Palmas exit. Dale gas.
Raymondville ISD's marching band is now recognized on an international level. The John Philip Sousa Foundation gave them the 2025 Sudler Shield Award. The marching band director says it's one of the highest international honors a high school marching band can receive. And we're told they're the first in the Valley to ever get it.
We've been overachieving for several years now, and so I think it's time for us to go pushing for more national or international awards.
Tonight at 10, we're hearing from some of the band members about this accomplishment.
Now, First Warn 5 weather with meteorologist Andrew Chung.
And finally, some nicer weather is on the way to the Valley after several days of heat and haze. It's still hazy out there right now on Sky 5 SPI, but look at the sun about to set here. The clouds in the distance. The temperature 73 degrees right now at the island, with winds out of the northeast at 14 miles an hour. So the winds have already shifted ahead of the front, but the dew points have not dropped just at most of the Valley. The temperatures are still quite warm. Here's Sky 5 in Westlaco. It's 77 in Harlingen and Brownsville, 82 here at the station and in Edinburgh, and 85 in McAllen. But it is breezy out there. The winds are out of the east to northeast between 14 to 17 miles an hour, with a gust of 25 in Harlingen, 22 in Brownsville, and 23 in McAllen. All right, here are the dew points. The dew points measures how sticky it feels outside, and we look for a dew point drop. That tells us that the front has passed through. So the front has passed through Rio Grande City as dew points are in the mid-50s, but not yet through most of the rest of the valley. Although the dew point is now 55 in Weslaco, but still in the 60s in McAllen and Harlingen and upper 60s in Brownsville. But those dew points will start to drop over the next couple of hours as the front starts to move through. It should clear the coast later on this evening. So your forecast for tonight, the temperatures are still reasonable for early on this evening. We're down to 76 at 7 p.m., 73 at 9 p.m., but it is going to stay breezy for tonight. We'll have temperatures in the upper 60s at 11 o'clock tonight, mostly cloudy early this evening and then partly cloudy overnight, and then mostly sunny for tomorrow, but much cooler overnight. We're going to have low temperatures reach the lower 50s by 6 and 7 a.m. here in the Mid-Valley with some upper 40s up north in the ranchland. So much cooler tomorrow. It stays breezy, but at least the haze should be gone and it will not be humid for tomorrow. A lot of sunshine tomorrow. We're up to 66 at noon and 70 at 2 p.m. So some of you will want the sweaters or jackets, especially for tomorrow morning. Now, because of that front of the winds and lower humidity, the fire danger is elevated. So a fire weather watch is in effect for all the valley except the coast tomorrow afternoon through Sunday evening. And so outdoor burning is not encouraged. Here's the air quality right now. Yesterday it was orange. That was unhealthy for sensitive groups. Now it is just moderate, and it should be good in the green by tomorrow. But the pollutants have been smoke and soot being trapped by that big dome of high pressure aloft. That will change for tomorrow. Finally, the haze should be gone for at least tomorrow as well as for Monday. Difference in temperatures right now. It's 77 in Brownsville, but only 55 in Dallas, Fort Worth, and 52 in Abilene behind the front, and 70 degrees in San Antonio. The front right now is moving through the upper valley. Again, it will clear the coast later on this evening. So here's future track. This is the GFS model. Much cooler for tomorrow with temperatures in the 50s, even 40s. It's going to stay dry though for the next couple of days. We don't see any rain chances really for the next 7 days. We're going to have a couple of cool days here. That's tomorrow as well as for Monday with highs in the 70s. The temperatures are still in the mid 70s for the highs on Tuesday, and then afterwards it heats up for the second half of the week with highs back in the 80s, maybe even 90s for Wednesday and Thursday. Another front could get close. One of these models says the front stays north of us. At this point, we should have temperatures back in the mid 80s for next Friday, but after a cooler start to the week, it is warmer for the second half of next week. There you have it. The rain chances are 0 for the next 7 days. For tonight, partly cloudy, breezy, and cooler with lows in the lower 50s, some upper 40s in the north, and then mostly sunny, cool, not hazy, not humid, but still breezy with highs back in the lower 70s. We'll have winds out of the north around 15 to 25 miles an hour. So here's your first Warn 5 7-day forecast. It's cool for the first half of next week, but warming up for the second half. We're up to 73 on Monday, but a low temperature 47 in the morning, 54 Tuesday morning, back to 76 Tuesday afternoon, 87 Wednesday, lower 90s Thursday, maybe mid 80s for next Friday. That is your first Warn 5 forecast. Now here's Sarah.
Today is day 15 for the Winter Olympics in Italy. The season is one for the record books with an athlete winning 6 gold medals. Marcus Moore has the latest.
Norway's Johan Høsflot Klæbo has become the first Winter Olympian to win 6 gold medals in a single games. He achieved the milestone in the men's 50-kilometer race Saturday. The previous record was held by American speed skater Eric Hayden, who won 5 golds in 1980.
I don't know how it is possible. I mean, it's been 2 really amazing weeks, and it's way above what I could have dreamed about.
It is the 29-year-old's 11th gold medal, giving him the most Olympic titles behind swimmer Michael Phelps with 23. Speaking of records, Team USA securing the most gold medals in its history at a Winter Olympics with 11. They did it by topping the podium in mixed team aerials. Also making history, speed skater Mira Mangelo, who won a bronze medal, becoming the first U.S. skater, man or woman, to make a mass start podium at the Olympic level. She also won bronze in the women's team pursuit in 2018. Speed skater Jordan Stolz missed the podium, finishing 4th in the mass start final. He leaves Milan Cortina with 2 golds and a silver. Canada held off the Americans in the women's curling bronze medal match, and the U.S. narrowly missed the podium in the mixed team relay of ski mountaineering, or skimo as it's called. And finally, Americans are hoping for another miracle. The U.S. men's hockey team back in the gold medal game against Canada for the first time since losing to them in overtime in 2010. They defeated Slovakia 6-2 on Friday to set up the rematch.
USA! USA!
And fans are revved up.
For them to be there now and for them to play Canada, it's a wonderful thing, eh? It's an absolutely wonderful thing. So very much looking forward to it, and I've got tickets for it, so I'm super excited.
The last time the U.S. hockey team won gold was in 1980 against Finland after defeating the Soviets in the Miracle on Ice game. The clash with Canada set for Sunday morning at 8:10 Eastern. Marcus Moore, ABC News, Milan.
Coming up, the UTRGV men's and women's basketball teams are on the road for one last time this season. We'll take a look at all the action right after the break.
Billionaires don't just influence politicians, they own them. That's why I don't take corporate PAC money. It's why I fought to cap campaign contributions. In the Senate, I'll ban billionaires from making unlimited secret donations. I'll stop members of Congress from trading stocks, and I'll raise taxes on those at the top to fund tax cuts for the rest of us. I'm James Tallarico, and I approve this message because our government should work for all of us, not just billionaires.
Every day we're making big deals, saving customers thousands.
Who would have thought selling trucks would be so dramatic?
It's Ford Truck Month. Get 0% for 60 months, plus 0 down and 0 payments for 90 days on all remaining new 2025 Ford F-150s in stock. Payne Rio Grande City Ford and Payne Weslaco Ford.
Lo que tú quieras, regardless.
In the Rio Grande Valley, 18-wheeler traffic is heavier than anywhere else in Texas. So if you're involved in an accident, know that big insurance companies will not play fair because they only care about profits, not your health, not the costs you have incurred, and certainly not your pain and suffering. So if you're involved in an 18-wheeler accident, we will stop insurance companies from taking advantage of you.
The J. Gonzalez Law Firm, a force for justice.
When it comes to your health care, Bobby Pulido believes you should be in charge, not politicians in Washington or Austin. Bobby will stand up for women to be able to make their own choices about pregnancy and abortion, guided by their faith, their doctor, and their family, not the government. And Bobby will fight for affordable health care for hardworking families. South Texas can trust Bobby Pulido to fight for us in Congress. BDA PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Now, sports with Gloria Morelia.
The UTRGV women's basketball team played its last road game of the regular season, going up against the last place Southeastern Louisiana earlier today. A big one for Jelaya Ingram, making history. With this free throw right here, she set a new single-season program record for free throws made with 149. She went 2 for 2 from the free throw line and also scored 8 points. Gianna Angela was also on fire today from downtown, scoring 17 points, most of them from threes. And of course, Charlotte O'Keefe had herself another double-double, scoring 23 points and 19 rebounds. The Vaqueros took a huge win, 77-54, to close out their last road trip. And the men's team followed against Southeastern as well. Filip Brankovic continues on his hot streak, sinks the three to take the early lead 6-0. Now Jalen Washington to Quo Agua, and he puts it in to make it 10-4 Vaqueros. The Vaqueros men's team would also come up with a huge 96-75 win. Brankovic and Corey Cotton led the way for the team, each scoring 18 points, followed by Marvin McGee's 17 points. Up next for UTRGV, they'll play their last road game of the regular season against McNeese on Monday night. The baseball team is currently facing off against the University of Houston after dropping last night's first game of the series 11-3. Right now, the Vaqueros are down 5-2. Armani Rayosa just hit a home run in the top of the 6th inning. I'll have all the action of the game tonight at 10. Switching gears to high school football, Hidalgo ISC announced a leadership transition in the football program as Coach Jason Wheeler resigned. According to a district announcement, Coach Wheeler will remain with Hidalgo throughout the remainder of the year, but Saul Arjona, the current assistant athletic director, will oversee the athletic program. Meanwhile, offensive coordinator Jose Ponce will oversee football operations. Now, over in the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys have officially taken care of one of their targets during the offseason targets. They signed running back Javonte Williams to a 3-year deal worth $24 million and a $6 million signing bonus. Williams finished with 1,201 yards, the 9th most in the NFL and with the most yards by a Cowboys running back since Ezekiel Elliott back in 2019. Now over in the NFL today, the Houston Rockets will be taking on the New York Knicks. You'll be able to watch that game here on Channel 5 right after this newscast. And the Spurs are hosting the Sacramento Kings at 7 p.m. And spring training is officially back. The Nationals beat the Astros 2-1 earlier today, and the Rangers got the win against the Cubs 3-2. That's a look at sports. We'll have more Channel 5 news right after the break.
I was elected as a democratic socialist, and I will govern as a democratic socialist.
Our party needs to learn from Mamdani.
Surgery for prisoners, every transgender inmate in the prison system would have access.
It is not a criminal violation to enter the country illegally.
To stop the radical Democrats, vote for Governor Craig Abbott. Common sense leadership that secured the border and keeps Texas safe and strong.
When the gate cracks open, there's no turning back. Hold on for an 8-second wild ride. This is Real Rodeo. This is the RGV, the Rio Grande Valley Livestock Show and Rodeo. March 12th through the 22nd. Tickets at rgvls.com.
Jamboozy! Got your income tax refund? Pueblo Tires is ready to help you get the most out of your refund. We're offering huge discounts on all tires, plus up 24 months to pay. No credit needed. See store for details. Jamboozy.com.
Seriously injured in a car crash or workplace accident? You need the Law Giant on your side. With giant wins and big results, the Law Giant will help you get the settlement you deserve. Hire the Giant. Call 956-9 today for a free consultation.
When this is your work day, you understand what an emergency looks like. I'm Dr. Ada Cuellar. I'm running for Congress because the warning lights are flashing. Yo soy de aquí. I'm an ER doctor, single mom, and problem solver. Not a celebrity.
Bobby Pulido's in the house. How is it living in Mexico City?
I bought a place. I'm a winter Texan.
I'll fight for fair wages and to bring down the cost of groceries, childcare, and health care. I approve this message because we need someone in Washington who can handle an emergency.
Right now at Bert Ogden Subaru, lease a new 2026 Crosstrek for just $239 a month lease during the Subaru A Lot to Love event, or make no payments for 90 days.
We shop the competition so you don't have to. Bert Ogden Subaru in Edinburgh. Dale gas.
So it is going to be much cooler for tonight thanks to the cool front that is pushing through the upper valley right now. We're going to have low temperatures tonight in the lower 50s. That means some upper 40s in the ranchlands. The best news, though, is that the haze goes away for tomorrow. Tomorrow for your Sunday, it's mostly sunny, breezy, cooler, and not humid with highs in the lower 70s, 47 Monday morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you back here tonight at 10.
The Beach Camera is sponsored by the South Padre Island Convention and Visitors Bureau. Closed captioning brought to you by Channel 5 and Clark Chevrolet McAllen.
Try the fish sandwich combo with medium fries and a medium drink at Stars for only $8. Fried to perfection and topped with crispy lettuce and creamy tartar sauce. Hands down the best fish sandwich in town. Available for a limited